Every year, thousands of books are published. You may think, why shouldn't mine be one of them? I'm going to tell you why, and what you might want to do about it. I'm Humphrey Fenerschweik, and this is Book Report. Write a good book, they tell you, and a publisher will grab it up and write you a fat check. That's not going to happen. And neither can you set up toll booths after you buy the Brooklyn Bridge. The first thing to understand is that the publishing industry is not a meritocracy. Not only is there not a level playing field, there's no playing field at all. You may be aware that a publisher will not consider your book unless it's presented to them by a literary agent. So the question becomes, how do you go about getting a literary agent? The truth is, you can't get a literary agent. But don't take my word for it. Go through the necessary steps and find out for yourself. Here's what you need to do, going through accepted channels to get a literary agent. Finish writing your book. Nobody will take you seriously until you do. Do your research and select agents who say they are looking for material like yours. Write a one-page synopsis of your book, a short description of what happens. Be sure to include the ending, even if it's a spoiler. Write a query letter. This is something of an art. Google the subject to find out what's important to say and not say. Be professional, not folksy. Attention to the appearance of your proposal is vital. The paper, font, and font size, and the line spacing, everything is important, including what you had to eat. The record shows that no one who ate a bagel for breakfast has ever captured the attention of a major literary agent. Consider the first 3 chapters of your book. They need to be can't put it down captivating. Reread your chapters over and over a period of time, but be careful not to overwrite. Send your query along with the synopsis and first 3 chapters to 5 agents on your list. Don't be put off by negative responses, as they're normal and to be expected. When you receive the automatic answers from the 5 agents, send out 5 more. I don't want to be discouraging, but the odds of an unknown writer getting a literary agent have been calculated at 6,000 to 1. 6,000 to 1. 6,000 to 1. Okay, maybe you're very, very good, and you think you don't need to worry about it. Maybe you write like Hemingway, only better. If that's the case, you need to know that today Hemingway probably wouldn't be able to get an agent. The only reason he was published in the first place was because F. Scott Fitzgerald recommended him to Max Perkins. Who's going to recommend you? I would tell you to keep sending out those proposals, to never give up. But that would be stupid. The game is rigged heavily against you. If you would take my advice, at some point you would toss in the towel. Remember, in the beginning I told you I would give you a way that you could get your book published. And I will. You can't get a literary agent to represent your book to publishers. Yet, many writers do manage to find agents. How? It's inside baseball, with the action going on behind closed doors. You need to know someone who is somebody. If you don't, you won't get in. Moreover, these people have a vested interest in keeping your book off the market. They don't need the competition. I hear you saying, there must be a way. And you're right. There are actually 4 ways of overcoming the publishing blockade. 1. Be Norman Mailer. With Mailer's fame and publishing track record, even dead, he could get a literary agent. 2. Be the flavor of the month. Tell-all books about newsworthy people will always find a market, and it couldn't matter less if they are well or poorly written. 3. Be a student of Joyce Carol Oates' writing class. She taught for many years at Princeton and is currently a visiting professor at Berkeley. Get her to recommend you to a literary agent. Number 4. This is the best way. Be the favorite niece or nephew of the vice president of a publishing company. But if none of these 4 ways work for you, what can you do? At this point, you have to be careful, because you are vulnerable, ready to do anything it takes to get into print. And there is a danger. There are vanity press publishing houses out there who want to milk you for every dollar they can. Don't fall for their false promises. They can't help you. Accept that you're not going to make a living writing books. You're not going to make a living at it, but you might be able to make $1 or 2. One answer is Amazon. People scream on Amazon. So what? They'll tell you that Amazon runs a crooked wheel. But if you want your book published, maybe Amazon has the only game in town. Google Amazon Publishing and go from there. In Kindle or paperback form, you can pay them $0 and do all the work yourself, or you could pay them for whatever services you require. It's up to you. But be aware that having your book for sale on Amazon is no guarantee of instant riches, even if they offer you a good percentage of the sale price. Maybe you can shame your friends and relatives into buying. And a few people might stumble on your book, pushing the wrong buttons while searching for hairspray. But unless you can get on Oprah, you have no publicity going for you. Only word of mouth. On the other hand, if you're selling on Amazon, nobody is going to be pushing you to meet a deadline. No one can tell you that they hate the title and that your main character is a disagreeable slob and chapter 2 needs to be completely rewritten. If you like to write or have to write, Amazon is a good place to go, even though there's no money in it. Think about it. This has been the Fenerschweik Book Report. Thanks for stopping by.